These are cordyceps, like caterpillars that have been infected with a cordyceps fungus. For any of you who've played The Last of Us. Oh hey there guys, and welcome to another episode of What's Happening in China. Once again I'm up on the roof. I probably will do a little bit of filming downstairs in my new apartment later, but like I said, I'm still moving, so it's maybe in a little bit of a mess. Anyway, let's break this down as we usually do. What's happening on the streets? Well, on the streets, all I can say is people have come back from their holidays. It is now Friday afternoon, but tomorrow is a working day, and so is Sunday. As I explained in my video about the National Day holiday, there's a link. Basically, a 7-day holiday is actually only a 3-day holiday. People have to make up for it, so there's a big rush to get back into the cities, I should say, all over China, and now everybody's getting back into the full swing of things. So this is reflected in, the amounts of traffic and all the things that are happening down there. Other than that, on the streets, well, it's kind of combined with the news. So I think I'm going to move basically straight from the on the street segment into the what's in the news segment. And what's in the news has got a lot to do with health. First, there's been a very big dengue fever outbreak here in Guangdong. Now, what is dengue fever? It's some kind of a mosquito-borne disease, and I'd be lying if I knew exactly what it was, but it's bad. Something like 23,000 people have been infected in Guangdong alone, which is the province I live in here. Sorry about the wind noise. And I think 6 people have died. Either way, this has actually affected the way people carry on with their lives here, because people are actually afraid to go to the parks now because they're worried about getting bitten by the mosquitoes and catching this disease. For instance, I tried to organize a picnic the other day with some Chinese friends of mine, and they didn't want to go to the park, didn't want to bring their family because they were afraid of the dengue fever. So I suppose that has affected people's lives. They do have teams of guys out there, especially in Guangzhou. It's not a big thing in Shenzhen, but in Guangzhou, out there spraying insecticide to kill all the mosquitoes in the parks, etc. So it is being taken care of. And the public in general's trying their best to basically combat the mosquito pest problem. So that's quite a big thing. Another health-related thing, which is actually quite absurd, is people are concerned about salmon, as in the fish, like sashimi, because, and this is another reason why, information spread on the internet in China can be quite a powerful thing. Someone started a rumor that salmon can cause Ebola or has something to do with the Ebola virus, and it's spread around on all the social networks here, like Weibo, etc. And it got to a point where everybody started to believe it, and salmon sales have dropped drastically, even though it's absolute nonsense. And I'm telling all of you guys out there, those who actually believed in it, come on, give me a break. Salmon can't cause Ebola. Forget about it. Just go out and buy the salmon. It's safe. Anyway, so that was another big thing. Something else in the news, of course, is pollution. And there is a lot of pollution happening at the moment because winter is coming. And, along with the climate change comes pollution. Basically, I guess the smog can't get blown away by the nice summer breezes or whatever the case may be, and the lower temperature causes the air to hang low. But basically, I saw some pictures on some of my friends' moments living in Beijing, and it looks terrible. Absolute pea soup. So for those of you traveling in China, especially up north in the bigger cities, be prepared to see a lot of pollution. It's not great, but that's just one of the harsh realities of China, is that pollution is there. But the fact that it's being recognized and pointed out in the news and stuff means that things are being done about it, and hopefully at some point things can start clearing up. Over here in Shenzhen it's pretty good still, but Shenzhen's down in the south and we're quite lucky here. So yeah, that's pretty much about, well, everything in the news really. It's all got to do with health. Okay, so let's move on to what you can expect in my upcoming videos. But I think let's move downstairs for that. I really need a beer. Sorry, I just have to rudely interrupt myself here for a moment. There's one thing that I did forget, which I think is of some significance. And that is, during the holiday, I noticed a lot of weddings happening. In China, you can tell a wedding's happening when you see, wedding processions, these sort of rows of cars, all decorated in flowers and whatnot, going down the street. So, I did ask some of my Chinese friends why there are so many weddings during the National Day holiday. And a friend of mine, his name is Song. He said there are two reasons. The first reason is, first of all, that people have time off, which makes sense. But the second reason is that apparently, according to the lunar calendar, next year there is no spring. And so it's a bad year to get married. So you either have to get married this year, now, or not next year, the following year, according to the lunar calendar. And the reason behind this is that if you get married in that year that has no spring, means your children will not be healthy and will not be strong. It's just superstition. So there have been a lot of marriages recently, and that's the reason why. Anyway, back to our regular programming. Right, cheers guys. I do like my Taiwan beer, that's for sure. I found a place where I can get it now. Definitely not as good as the stuff I actually had in Taiwan, but it's a nice alternative to Qingdao. I still like Qingdao very much, but it's pretty good to have a choice. Anyway, this isn't about beer, is it? This is about what you can expect in my upcoming videos, etc. So let's get straight to it then, shall we? Basically, I've got a lot of stuff and a lot of things that I've been keeping on the back burner, and of course due to the whole move I haven't actually had a chance to to edit or upload it. Editing takes bloody ages, as most of you, anyone who's done videos before knows. I've got the whole Conquering Southern China adventure thing to finish up, and I've still got like a whole lot of those to do. My idea exchange speech, my green card video, I've got tons and tons. I'm not going to bore you with the list, but there's lots, and I'm going to be doing them and uploading them. And as soon as my move is over, I'm going to actually sit down and dedicate actual days to doing this. Just cancel some work and sit down and do it, because I really am tired of having this big backlog of videos. I want to get them out there. I want to share this stuff with you guys. I think you'll enjoy it, So I'm going to get around to doing that for sure. Mandarin on Demand is coming back. Now, I know, it's not one of my most popular series that I've done, but I think that the people who were enjoying it, I think they're really getting something from it. I've got a couple of comments and people asking me if it's coming back, and I've made some arrangements to go back to Eric's school and do some more filming with the ladies there. And I think it's really useful, for anyone who's interested in learning Mandarin, Chinese, so that's coming back for sure. I'm also going to be starting a new segment about foreigners or not just foreigners, but people in Shenzhen who are doing interesting things that foreigners might be interested in checking out. Like, for instance, I went to this guy, his name is Joey. He opened a sort of a brewery here in Shenzhen. He's making his own craft beer, and he's got a sort of a little garage converted into a bar, and I thought that was pretty cool, so I went there to go check it out and give him an interview. So that video is coming soon. And another guy who does these sort of Thursday night get-togethers for expats to network, so I'm going to go and basically make videos about some of the interesting things that people can go and check out here if they're in Shenzhen, but that'll be a separate series altogether. Other than that, it's been a very hectic time trying to run Churchill Customs, which, by the way, we have a separate channel now, and you can go and check it out here. We've got just one episode, but we're going to have weekly episodes, and it's all bike related, and it's just us monkeying around in the shop. And our first video is GPS versus condom, or condoms versus GPS trackers or something like that, you know. So it's just kind of fun, interesting videos around the shop. So yeah, please go check it out if you're interested in bikes. I'm going to keep my adventure videos here, but anything that's sort of bike related will probably end up in the Churchill channel eventually. So I've got Churchill Customs on the go, still doing my medical training and various other bits and pieces that I do, and I'm moving house and trying to make videos at the same time. So it's basically been a really hectic time, but you know, it's almost over. I should be finished with all the move at the end of this week. And you know, I'm doing all the moving myself, actually, you know, in my tiny little Chinese car back and forth from sort of Buji to Lohu and from Lohu to Longgang and all over the place. Is quite crazy. Anyway, that's pretty much what's going on this side of the world, guys. Thank you very much for watching, and you know, I'm looking forward to seeing all of you guys in the next video. I'm going to really sit down tonight and try my best to edit up another one, you know, one of the ones on the back burner anyway. And as usual, I look forward to seeing you all in the next video. Until then, stay awesome.